Yo guys, what is up, and welcome back to a brand new video here to the channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you a video from a few days ago where I went out to one of my favorite all-time clear water, super grassy local ponds, and as you guys can tell, I forgot to do an intro on the water, which is why I'm voicing over this clip now. But I went out with the worm, with the topwater frog to hopefully get on some big bass, and let's just say it was definitely a pretty fun day of fishing. We got on a ton of fish. Right at the beginning there was a person standing next to me, so if I'm talking a little quieter, that is why. It's only for the first maybe minute or so of the video, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get right into some of these crazy fish catches. Let's go. Yeah. That's a fish. Got it. First cast with a mondo worm, too. Little small guy. There was a big fish over there. I think it was a carp or something. But this little small guy just destroyed that little mondo worm right there. Hooked right in the bottom of the mouth. Absolutely killed it. Nice little aggressive guy on that mondo worm. First cast in there with something other than the frog. And that's number one. Let's get him back. Alright guys, number one on the day. Just a nice little aggressive fish on that mondo worm. There was something big, probably a carp, that was sitting out there. You could see the fins. Since it was so shallow, it was actually coming out of the water. And of course, I cast one cast in there, and a little bass eats it. There he goes, right back in there. That was so sick. There's a little bit of growth on top of this water, so even though it's really clear, you cannot see in at all. And I just casted that junior-sized mondo worm, that 7.25-inch worm, little curly tail worm, Googan squat hammer hook on the back, 3/0, and he obviously wanted that. That was first cast with this worm too. That's another one. Oh my. That was another fish. Next cast after that was just biting that. There we go. That's, yep, got it, on the frog. Get over here, buddy. Could be a little better fish. On the frog. It's a little bit better, I think. He's just stuck in all this grass. Get over here. Yeah, maybe a little bit better than that first one. Nothing too big, but I made a perfect cast over right next to a little grass patch. And look how we ate that on the frog, dude. That is such a good eat. That's how you want him to eat it every single time. Hooked right in the bottom of the mouth. Throwing this small little lunker hunt frog. Cranked it, dude. Alright guys, first one of the day on the frog. The first one was on the little Texas rig setup, but this guy's on the frog, and let's get him back. Clear water. Perfect frogging conditions, early morning. Oh, you're having trouble, buddy. Wow. There he goes. He was having trouble getting back there. Jeez. Absolutely soaked me too. But I took a cast, like I said, right along a grass edge. And with the frog, he absolutely destroyed it. Get a little backlash out. But I had gotten a few blow-ups on this before. That dude cranked it. Biggest one of the day. But we're just getting up there. I might even put on a little bit bigger frog. I've been using this just because it's a small little frog presentation, kind of match the size of frogs that you're seeing in here. And I've gotten some big bites on this as well. Actually lost one of the legs on it, but it just still be catching some fish. So let's get back in there with the frog. Got that Texas rig as well. Let's go. That's fish. Got him. There we go. he's fighting, but I think he's just in the grass. A little bit better, maybe. Yeah, he's fighting super hard, but he's also stuck in this grass. Slowly bring him up onto the bank. Yeah, it might be a little bit better than the other ones. Nothing huge. He's a chunky little fish, definitely healthy. And he ate that bait all the way down there. Look where he ate that, absolutely choked that. But just barely even hooked. Really just pressure holding that fish in. Absolutely wanted that little mondo worm. I mean, not much better than the other ones, but it's a chunky little fish. Definitely someone that's been feeding up on all these bait fish in here. But let's get him back in the water. That's number 3. Second one on the mondo worm. Way out there. Let him eat it. Cool little fish. Let's get him back. All right, guys. Number 3 on the day. On that little mondo worm again. And let's get him back. I casted way out there. Probably the last 3 casts I got a bite. I absolutely let this guy eat it. And chunky little fish. He's definitely a healthy fish. You can see the shoulders on that guy. This guy's gonna be a big fish one day. There he goes. That's number 3. Not a bad little number so far. I'm hoping still for that big bite. I threw that frog. I even put on the slightly bigger topwater frog. Just a Googan Baits filthy frog. But it's been a little bit of a grind to get on those bites. Let's get back in there and let's find a bigger one. I think we're going in the right direction here with some of these bites, but we just need to capitalize on one of these big, hungry bass that I know are in this pond. Let's get back in there. I think I just baited myself. I have a fish on, what the heck? That was so small, I literally couldn't even tell. I thought I was messing myself up by making my own line move, but that was actually a little tiny fish. I mean, I let that guy eat it. I didn't even realize he was on there. Maybe this is what has been eating my bait and not getting hooked. I mean, he's hooked way down there. This dude wanted it. Absolutely cranked this bait. For just a little small guy, it's pretty impressive. Let's get him back. That's number 4 on the day. Little micro guy on that. He's definitely shorter than that 7.5-inch worm. I mean, he's probably an 8-inch fish right there. Let's get him back. All right, guys, this fish is barely bigger than that worm that I caught him on, but let's get him back. Just toss him back in there. I thought I was getting bit, but I honestly couldn't even tell because I thought I was just moving my line over a piece of grass and it was kind of pulling back a little bit, but it ended up being just a little tiny little fish that was actually hooked way down there. I've been getting so many bites and not actually hooking them. So maybe it's just little tiny bass like that. That is what's eating it. There are actually a few people here the whole time I've been here, which is why I've only been fishing in that little corner area. But they just left, so I'm gonna meander my way over, take some casts on this bank. There's a little brush pile right there, see if there's anything. But make my way over to, yep, one's got it. He's got it. Oh my God, dude. That was a decent fish too. You can barely see in the water, but I saw his tail flicker. Right by that brush pile too. Exactly where I should have been. Yep, another one's got it. I got a fish. He's slowly taking it. Yeah, he did not have that. But that's 2 bites right in these kind of, oh, yep, there's another fish. My line is running, okay. My line is running, dude. Got him. Oh, it's a little tiny guy. That's a little micro guy. Probably about the same size as the other one, but I knew there were fish here. That's a 3/0 hook right in the top of that fish's mouth. I knew there were fish in these brush piles, but that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was something a little bit bigger. There was a bigger one over there, like I said, but I'll take it. Number, what, 5 on the day? Let's get him back, and I'm sure there's some bigger ones in here, too. All right, I'm just gonna throw him, like, a little ways maybe, I don't know, just 5 feet past where that brush pile is. So just in case there are other fish right there, I don't spook them all away. Because that was 2 bites on 2 consecutive casts on these brush piles. There are 2 of them. Okay, I don't have them, but there are 2 little brush piles right up along this bank, probably 15 feet apart. 15 feet apart, and I got bites on both of them.
I was watching
Got him. They got him. There we go. Another small one. Actually, it's a little better than the last 2. They definitely up in the shallow grass areas because I've gotten so many bites just walking along this bank, right in the shallow grass. Oh, something else just surfaced over there, but just this little mondo worm here with a hammer hook on it. Absolutely destroying them. Let's get this guy unhooked and back in the water. It's one of the better ones of the day, nothing terrible. All right, guys, I think that's number 6. They're definitely all up shallow in this grass because I haven't fished this whole side since there were some other people here. And I mean, that's my 2nd one and probably like 4th or 5th bite in just a few minutes walking up and down this bank. Just throw that one back. That was a little bit better, probably similar to some of the better ones we've caught today. Probably only like a pound fish, but I mean, I'll take it. As long as we can maybe weed through some of those aggressive 1-pounders. Maybe we can't find ourselves some of those big ones that are also hungry, which are hopefully also going to be up shallow, since it seems like all the hungry fish so far have been in this shallow grassy areas. Just on this little mondo worm, Texas rigging it, straight shank worm hook, Googan squat hammer hook, 3/0. And that's what's getting them. I'm gonna keep taking some casts around this bank because they're definitely up here. I think it's been, what, like 6 fish? Now we just need to find the kicker. He's got him. Bro, he's fighting. He's fighting. Can't tell if that's a better fish or if... Get up here, buddy. That's a little bit better. It's the best one of the day for sure. He was fighting super hard. That one's definitely probably pushing almost 2, probably around 1.5 pounds. Biggest one of the day. I mean, he doesn't have a huge mouth, but that is a long fish right there. Chunky little guy. I've been walking up this bank every single little spot that I've found with any sort of submerged little cover has had a fish, and that's the best one of the day. I'm still looking for that kicker fish, that big one, but we're going in the right direction with this one. Let's get him back. All right, guys, that's the best one of the day. Nothing too exciting, but it's a quality little fish. Gave up a pretty good fight as well. There he goes. Just released them, I don't know, 10 feet from where I caught him, just in case there are some more fish here. Because, like I keep saying, they're stacked in these shallow grassy areas. That guy was fighting super hard. You could tell that was at least something a little bit better. That's a fish. That is a fish. Oh my God, dude. Right before I set the hook, he was just on it. But that's one thing. If you're catching fish along the bank, as much as you might want to cast parallel to the bank like I did right there, you're gonna catch a lot more fish if you don't, because you catch a fish at the end of that parallel cast, you reel that bait all the way in, it's gonna a lot of times alert some of these other fish, make them a little bit more skittish, and maybe they would have bitten before. But now that you've reeled a fish in there, you cast it around there a few times, you might not get as many bites, but that's a bite right there. That's why I'm methodically pitching in these spots. That's fish. Got him. Got him. Small little fish, but that's why I'm methodically pitching in these spots rather than taking long casts along the bank. That dude's hooked in the bottom of the mouth there. Nice little hot dog sized little bass there. Let's get him back. All right, another little mini guy. Let's put him back, but we're getting the bites. And this is a pretty fun day of fishing. It's getting a little bit hotter. I'm sure these fish are probably thinking about going a little deeper, but I'm still getting a ton of bites in the shallow grass. No doubt that these fish are hungry right now. All right, guys, that's gonna about do it for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. It was honestly a solid little day of fishing at this here grassy, clear water, juicy little pond here, but we were evaded by the big bite today. But super fun day of fishing. All the fish came on. This little Googan Baits Junior Mondo worm right here, 3/0 hammer hook to pair that up with. Got that in a plum color, and got one on the frog as well. Always cool little blow up right at the beginning there, but really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did end up enjoying, make sure you hit that with a like, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.